So welcome everybody, and I'd also like to welcome Shabani. Shabani, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, yes, Janet. My name is Shabani Magawira. I'm from Tanzania. So currently I'm intern at Hoti in 2022. Yeah, so it is my pleasure to be here. And thanks to meet you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Shabani. And maybe a little bit later you can tell us a little bit about what you've particularly learned in the hot data internship so far. But first, welcome Harry. Harry, can you share your screen? I think you're going to talk about Rovas to start with.
Yes. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. I think I've shared the document early today, so I'm going to use that. So I'm going to share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So a lot of people are asking about how they can use Rovas and how they can get Rovas in JOSM. So I'm going to take you guys step by step on how you can activate Rovas and you can start using it into your JOSM. So I think I should do practically, but these are just instruction here that you have to. I will follow the instruction, but I will have to pass over practically so that you guys can follow me and you can also try to do the same thing. So I'm going to stop sharing first and I'm sharing my JOSM. So you can see my screen right now, right? My JOSM.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys first how you can activate the Rovas into your JOSM. When you open your JOSM, it will be like this. So where you have to go, you go to edit, and go to preferences and go to plugin. And since it's your first time, you have to search for Rovas. So it's Rovas connector and you have to activate it. For me, it's already activated. So for you, you will have to, let me check that out. You're going to check it and you're going to say, okay. So by doing that, it's already activated. So activating it doesn't mean that you already you'll be using Rovas and it will count your time you spend on mapping, or it will also create the report. So you have to open, you have to register for Rovas, which I'm going to show you how. I think I'm also going to share the link for Rovas so that a new user can also join. So yeah. So let me go to my account. Here's a Rova. Okay, so here is I'm going to share this link for this chart. Yeah, so there are different way of registering for the Rovas, but we normally register by using OpenStreetMap account. If you have OpenStreetMap account, you can just register it automatically. But for me, I already have a Rova account, but I'm going to show you how you can do that. So you see here, if you choose an option of register by using OpenStreetMap, it's going to show you these details, your username and your password. And when you log in, it will automatically connect with your OpenStreetMap, you can see here the option of registering, the option of logging or registering. You have Facebook, you have Google, you have Twitter, you have GitHub, you have GitLab, but we are going to use OpenStreetMap for the new user of Rovas. But for me, I've already created an account. So for you, you will just click on OpenStreetMap and it will go directly to link your OpenStreetMap. You will have to fill the detail like your username and your password as normal as you log in into your OpenStreetMap account. So after doing that, now you will be having an account on Rovas. And in your account, let's say in your account, there are some of the details that you have to fill, which are not really much after you filling all like the important information like JOSM username, you know, and your password. And then there are the things that you have to link between your Rovas account and your JOSM. So the most important thing is so after you said you're plugged in on Rovas, now there is this place where in your Rovas there is this place of account. Your account is actually like my account here, and there is this option of Rovas API. So here there are some of the steps that you have to to follow to get this Rovas API and credentials, so that like these ones, there is an API key and token which you'll have to take them and copy. I'm going to show you how you can copy and paste them on your JOSM. Yes, I'm going to share again my JOSM. Yeah, you can see my JOSM, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to edit still and preferences. So after you set up your plugin for JOSM, you're going to scroll this web side until you reach the Rovas option here. When I click on Rovas option, so there is this option here of API key and API token, which I told you you can find those keys into your Rovas account. Which is here. The number which you have also to copy it from the Rovas, but that one I will have to create for the project so that you can see which like the project will be contributing, or even you yourself, you can create a project that you can, the project that you'll be mapping, it has the project ID that you can, copy it and paste it here. So yes, I'm going back to Rovas to show. I hope you can see my Rovas screen too, because I don't know if you can see it too.
Yeah, I can see your Rover screen.
Okay, fantastic. So after doing that, so I think I'll pass you through 2 steps: opening an account from Rovas, and set up your plugin from JOSM Rovas connector plugin from JOSM, and then copying and pasting the Rovas API into a Rovas plugin, and then I'm going to show you how you can create the project, or you can start contributing the different project and copying the project ID of the certain project and start mapping by using JOSM and by using Rovas. That Rovas can help you count your time you spend on a certain project. So yeah. Okay, so when you're logging into a project, into a Rovas, it's your first time. There are so many projects that people have created here, but I think those of the projects are already done. If let's say I'm opening this project, yeah, so many of the projects already. So
Harry, can they do
Yes.
one of our projects?
Come again, please.
Please, can you show them one of our projects?
Yes.
Do we have any set up they can use?
No, I think I'm going to create the new one because I think the one that we already have them here are all mapped.
Okay, yes, please do create one.
Yeah. So, so when I'm creating the project, you can also do the same thing when you want to create a project. So I'm going to say like, add a project. When I click on add a project here, it's gonna ask for the details, detail of the project, but I'm going to go there to the tasking manager. Let me go to tasking manager. I'm pretty sure all of you guys are contributing in some of the Tanzania Development Trust project. So I'm going to search for the project. Stations, Tanzania Development Trust. Okay. We have very few projects actually, so let me try this one. Yeah, so I'm going to take the link of this project and I'm creating in Rovas. So yeah, here you can see like title, I'm going to call it Tanzania. Yeah, so has to be public. Okay, the URL, paste it here. So type this. I'm going to save it. When I'm saving it, it's going to be created like a mapping Tanzania project, which is like, so when you create a project, you can see it has like project ID. This project ID, I'm going to copy it. This is the project ID that I'm copying it and I'm pasting it. JOSM, where it's here. You can see it has, which resembles the project ID from here, from the Rovas. So I'm going to say okay, and I'm going back to Rovas. So from there, you'll be called, I'll be like, I've connected my Rovas with my JOSM, and for me, because I'm a shareholder of this project, it can, when I map, the project report gonna be added automatically. But for you, because it's your first time, you have to you add yourself as the shareholder. So from your screen, when you enter into the rover and you search for this project, when you enter into the rover and you search this project of mapping Tanzania, part of, let me show you, like project here. And there is this project here, the project ID is here. And when you click on a mapping project, you can add yourself, as a shareholder. So I'm going to start map that area so that you can see how the project is created and how Rovas counting the time spent on that project. I hope you're following me, guys. If you have any question, please.
Yeah, sorry. Any questions?
Yes, if you have any question.
Yes, I have a question.
Please, from there you can just please come.
All right. So my first question is, when I was trying to work with the same plugins today, it was requesting for me that I have to put some more details concerning my bank account and something like a payroll, a payable. So how does that one work? Do I have to put that, or I should leave them? That's my first question. Then my second question is, then my second question is about the time. Since we've been mapping all this time, we never used to do the reporting of the time that we used to spend. I personally had that plugin the time I was taught, so I was able to see the time frame that I was mapping in my JOSM, but I wasn't able to report that. And when I close my laptop at night, that time will disappear. How do you deal with that time we spend while we never reported? Are we going to reverse it? Can we find that time again, or we forget about it?
Thank you very much for your question. The first one, yes, for the details of the bank. Janet, I don't remember the last time we had a discussion with the person who introduced the JOSM. Did we feel, there was an option like he is working on a certain, be able to send the money to the phone number, but I don't think it was,
yeah. Just to say that last year we did this, and I think what happened is we had to do it through Crowd2Map. So I don't believe that anybody put their bank details in. I don't think you need to do that, but I will check with him. Harry, have you put your bank details in?
No, I didn't.
All right, so don't put your bank details in. Basically, there's two stages. The first stage is that you can get some credits, and you don't need to have any bank details for that. Then later on, when you want to, you can cash in those credits. So for now, just concentrate on getting some credits, and we will sort out about getting a cash for payment for them later. Okay.
The second, about the second question, please, because you didn't use Rovas actually in that way, but you just use the plugin to connect with it. Don't worry about the time you spend on that. It won't be counted because it's already roast, but since when you be following these all steps, all your time from today, the time that you spend on mapping will be counted, and it will be shared on the report. The report that will be created, it will share the time you spend on mapping that area. So when you close your computer and you come back, it will count the time. Whatever you've done with mapping, or you want to take some break, you can stop it and you can create your report, and then you can move on mapping the certain place. So for the area that you've already mapped, the time that you spend won't be recorded in any ways. Did I answer your question?
Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. So if there is any question, please feel free to ask. So I'm going to share with you guys how it works. So I'm going to click this. So when you click the link, it will just take you to Help Task Manager, and you will select the area that you want to map, and yeah, you will start mapping the area. Yeah. So I'm going to my JOSM. Yes, so you can see here that is a rover. I mean, you can activate rover in a window when you add it, but it doesn't appear there. So you can come to window tab here and select rovers. When I click on it, it's going to disappear, but when I click on it again, it's going to appear down here. So you can see, you can start. No problem, Sarah. Your question is, what can I do if I already did the task, but I didn't verify it in Rovas? Worry out. So there is also this option, like, which I will have to talk about it later, about verifying some of the project into Rovas, which is not really like verifying it. It's just like checking it if the mapping was like really made correctly and everything. So I'm going to take a little bit of, I'm going to just map a few buildings here so that I can
Sorry,
show.
Harry, can I just add something?
Yes, please.
Basically, Rovas was set up by somebody called Alexander as a way to try and give back to people who find getting data difficult. So the idea is he had some money from trails that people had done, I think in Czech Republic. So this was a way that the people who are doing a lot of mapping can get some reward for their time. So that's the idea behind it. So if you do some work within Rovas, then the idea is you can build up your reputation, but you can also get points, and those points can be changed into cash for data. Also, the other thing to really bear in mind, because some people had problems last year, if you sign up for Rovas, they will also they will send you requests to verify other people's work. And you have to do that within, I think, 4 days. So if you don't do that, they will block your account, because it's a community. You have to support other people by verifying their work as well. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yes.
All right, thanks, Harry.
Okay, so you can see here I've just mapped some few buildings. Just to move it time when I'm uploading it. You can also see like tell me the active time that I've spent on mapping, and it wants me to submit my report. So the creating of the report is just come direct after uploading the changes that you've mapped. So this is just to show you guys how this works. I'm going to show you in one way or another. Again. I'm going to show you how the report was created and everything so that you can see. Okay, so okay, let's see the report. So you can see here, like there is this report that's like the activity was creating map with the JOSM. And time I spent 3 minutes mapping the project. So It's the same thing when you map this project. When you add yourself as a shareholder, when you map, the project will be created down here. So, okay, the issue of when you register everything, like Jen said, and you start using the Rovas, there will be some of the message of to verify other people's work. So it will just pop out and it will just show you the project that you're supposed to verify. To verify the project is you have to look at the project and see how it's been marked. If it's marked correctly and quite good, you can just, there is only option down here to which allow you to verify, but I don't have any project right now to verify. I hope maybe next session, because I've used Rovas today, I will show you guys how you can verify that, but also for yourself, it will just come automatically and you can share in the chat and share the experience with us. Is there any question until there? Please feel very free to ask a question. It's the first time using this, so there are a lot of challenge using it. So it's better if you have a question, you can ask so that I can, elaborate more. Yeah, so that you can understand. Welcome up to Apolinari. I think you're trying to speak.
Yes, hello everyone.
Yes, hello, we can hear you.
I have the question. Feels like I'm missing some things about Rova.
Okay.
Yes, I would like to ask that about the previous task that we have been mapping.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Can you please reduce your volume? I think there is a background like radio or television.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, yes.
I can still hear it. So,
Harry, I think he's asking about projects you've done previously.
the project that is he has mapped already, but doesn't count in the Rovas.
Yeah.
I mean, if you map the project without using Rova, those projects won't be counted. So that's why I'm saying, like, don't worry about the project you've already done. So concentrate on the project that you are going to start mapping at the moment by using Rovas and everything. I mean, if please come in. Okay. So I mean, I hope you guys.
Sorry.
Okay, please come on.
I wanted to ask that about the previous task that we have been mapping through JOSM. Does it mean that it won't be counted in the Rovas?
Yes, because I'm not very sure if those projects were created in Rovas, like you can see. First of all, I'm suggesting to try to map the project that I've created right now in the Rovas, so that I can also myself see, your contribution and everything. And also at one point or another, if it's done, I will create another project, but I've already showed you guys how you can also create a project yourself. But yes, for the project that we have already mapped previously, it won't be counted because it wasn't created in Rovas. Don't worry about the time you spend on mapping those projects. Okay, so is there any question from the technical point on using Rovas and JOSM? If at one point or another I went, so I showed you, maybe I was very fast, we get the point. If you have a question, please, you can ask. But if there is no question, the only question that I think I left is verifying some of the Rovas project, which I don't have, currently I don't have the Rovas project that it's required me to verify. So I hope with time, when you're mapping using Rovas, I think with time, you will have some of the message that will require you to verify. And I will be more than happy to share with you guys.
Okay, thank you, Harry. How many people have actually started trying to use Rovas so far?
And I'm sorry, and
We have started already.
yeah, to make something clear, I mean, it doesn't mean like if you start using Rovas, you shouldn't share your project on a Slack. Please, you can share your project in a Slack, and you can also, you know, you can map using, if you set up the plugin and everything, you can map normally, and you can still share your project on Slack so that you can get the feedback. Yeah, Mr. Charles, I see. So it's working right now. That's very good. That's really, really good to hear.
Great. Well, thank you, Harry. And yes, as Harry said, please do continue putting things on Slack. And well done. I see that Stuart and Charles have put in quite a few tasks. Did you get some good feedback?
Yes, Janet, I think I got a lot of good feedback.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and Sally, I see that you did last week. Did you get some good feedback too?
Yes, I did. I got feedback from, I guess it was, I forgot his name, but I did. Thank you.
Brilliant. Okay, so please do keep doing that. So, and also, remember I've shared the schedule for the hot data interns. So please, you are able to access those sessions. Obviously, it's really good if you can access them live, because then you can ask questions. So please try and join their Zoom calls if you can, but if not, then follow the recordings. So Shabani, seeing as you are a data intern with HOT, would you like to share something that you've covered in the session so far?
Yes, Janet. Okay. As I introduced myself before, that I'm intern at HOT, and so far we are at the validation stage. So we learn a lot of issues concerning validation and how to produce data quality. As you know that in OSM platform, we have a lot of mappers, and mostly we need to make sure that the data that we produce is going to help the community and solve a given problem, I mean, to the community. So for the beginner mappers, once you're starting to do mapping, you have to make sure that you produce the data which is accurate, by ensuring the really data that you are producing the accuracy of the data, and we hope that once you are going to produce the data, you are believing that this data will be able to help the community. So I encouraging you, you new mappers and advanced mapper to have a good way of producing the map. So I'm pretty sure that we will be together in this session, in next session, future session. So I will be able also to share a lot of technique and skills on how we can produce good map, good data through OSM platform. So thank you guys. So I think I will be even in Slack channel. So I will share a lot of issues. So welcome.
Thank you, Shabani. Are you on your laptop now?
Yes, but I'm joining by my phone. I'm joining by my phone. Maybe let me join in.
I have a question, please. So you guys are validating by using JOSM right now in the intern, right?
Okay.
I'm asking, are you in the session of validating by using JOSM, right?
Hello.
Yes, I just want to know, I used to, I mean, the session that the training that is going on for the intern, is the validation by using?
Yeah, currently we are in validation by using JOSM because I think JOSM it is based in validation because it have a lot of tools and yeah, so we are using JOSM to do validation.
Okay, thank you. You seem to be in a noisy place, Shabani.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so thank you, and we look forward to hearing more from those sessions later, Shabani. So I hope that everybody now has been using JOSM. Is there anybody who is still yet to use JOSM, or is everybody using JOSM now? Feel free to unmute or type in the chat. Charles, I know you're using JOSM. What about the others? Everyone's gone very quiet. Harry,
Yes, please.
maybe you could do something around, more about JOSM. Does anybody have any JOSM questions? All right, so Sally's saying she's still trying to navigate through JOSM. So perhaps we've shared some things around some training about getting started with JOSM, but perhaps you could do a quick recap, Harry. Would that be helpful?
Problem, and I think I will also try to share some of the materials for, you know, for JOSM.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should create, I think, something like Google Drive so that we can have all the materials for JOSM, maybe for marking and validation. And
Okay.
yeah. So
was there a particular problem you had, Sally?
Okay, so I saw that it was totally different from the ID, but mapping buildings with it is much easier than ID.
Yeah.
But there's some places, especially this side, I guess it's the, I saw the training that you sent, but I didn't clearly understand it. Like, for example, buildings that have corners, I saw, yes, there's this tool for
the building tool, do you mean?
Yeah, the building tool.
Okay.
So I tried, I don't know if it's on my side, because I tried putting the building that has corners. So when I did it already, and when I wanted to finish it, I didn't know how to finish it because it was still showing red lines, and I wanted them to be like yellow to show that I've finished. So I had problems there.
Okay, Harry, can you demonstrate that?
Yeah, let me try to show if I understand how to mean. Okay, so there are some, when you're using JOSM, there are there is second level that you will be reaching, because you can draw, like, you can use just one tool to draw the polygon and line and everything. But when you keep on mapping, because this is an advanced tool, there is, you know, the plugin, which we call it, it's a building, it's for building. I think this is what you mean. So when you go to, you know, preferences, plugin, there is a tool for, you know, building. Yeah, this tool for, it's a building tool which have, you know, mapping very quickly. Like you can see mine here. If I want to map, let's say, so just select the building tool here. So I can draw like this. See, I mean, using this, if I draw like that, doesn't mean me to tag it, because it's already tagged as a building. So you don't need to tag it like, just like using line. So you have to be very, very careful when using this, because that's why they say it's for advanced. You know, are you referring to this tool for mapping?
No, I'm saying, can you
Yes.
please find a building that has like a corner where you're supposed to put a corner, not like the normal one, the one that has a corner and like that one, and you're supposed to.
Okay, so you mean like for this building, let's say I'm mapping this area because it has like different corners. Say I'm mapping this area here, right? And taking this other area also here. With a small area here. This one, right? So I have to connect these buildings, you know. So okay, I think the building, so I will have to join them. Yeah, I think. So what we're doing. Select this one. So when you have this kind of building, that when you use this building tool, and you have this kind of buildings, like you want to connect all of these buildings, you have to make sure that there is a building that it's a little bit overlapped or connected. So you have to select that the one building that you want to connect with another one, like click, you select the building that you want to connect with it, and then you press shift, and then you select another building, and then you press shift and J on your keyboard. So it's going to be like connected like this. It's becoming a single building. I think this is something, did you mean something like this?
Yeah, because you know, you just, for you, I think you just see there were 3 of them, so you just mapped like three times, then you placed shift. But in the video that I saw for the training, she mapped at once, and then after she mapped at once, she used, I guess, this tool that is highlighted, and then she was double clicking and then moving, double clicking and then moving. So yeah, now I get.
No, I think I will have to look at the video, and please I will try to come back to you. But this is the easy way of connecting the two. I think there are, if you're talking about the relationship or multi-polygons, or you know, those are the different things. I think when I look at the video, I will come back to you and explain it later for you to understand.
Thank you. Stuart has got a question about his Rovas account being private. How can he set it to be public?
What does he mean like his Rova account is private? Because every Rova account it has to be private, but the project that we created, it has to be public. So I don't know exactly his point. Can he speak?
Are you on a laptop? Can you share your screen?
Yes.
Stuart?
That would be good. I mean, let me clarify on there. I think your account is private because nobody needs to know the password and other stuffs. So you have to connect your Rova account to JOSM, which that's why when you go to your account, everyone has its own a key token. I mean, and the credentials are very different. So it has to be like, it is your private account. So, but the project that you created, when you create a project which show private and you want it to be public, you can delete that project and create the project that is going to say like public. If you mean about the project that people can contribute, like mine here that I've created, you have to, you have an option of deleting every project that you create. You can delete it if nobody ever contributed on it, so that you can make it public, not private. But for your Rovas account, it is private. I mean, did you get me, Stuart?
I'm not sure he can talk.
Yeah, but I can chat. So let me try to, maybe I can. Yeah.
Great, he gets it. Thank you. Okay, so I see in the training sessions next week that you're doing about OSM Inspector, Keep Right and Osmose. So those are all very interesting software for mapping and validation. So I would really urge you to try and go to those on Monday if you can. Has anybody here used those previously?
I mean, you mean all people or just the intern? I've used them, but so I think what we can do when we meet on Friday is people sharing the experience on how, because you have to be very careful when you're using OSM and Right Inspector, you know. So we'll want to see the review from the people you know attended the training and see.
Yeah, absolutely. So also I wanted to ask how people are getting on with field mapping. How many of you have used organic maps recently? Anyone? Okay, Mary has, good. So organic maps on your phone is very, very useful for mapping where you are. So when you walk around, you can add missing like the names of things and so on. So if you haven't used that recently, then please do so. I think we put the training materials in the chat, but I will do it again as well. Another thing that is really useful, and I think Harry is going to talk about this at the Youth Mappers session next week, next Saturday, which I hope you can join, which is about using GPS traces. Has anybody used that before? Does anybody know what it is? Okay, so there's different ways, different programs you can use, Osmand or GPS Trace, I think, to trace your journey. And this can be really useful. Harry or Shivani, do you want to say any more about traces?
Yes. So you can really use traces. You know, traces really help where people want to verify, like, you know, the satellite image, if it's really aligned well with the ground truth data. So when you're using traces, it's very easy for checking. Like, let's say you traces the road where you know, when you're going to the shopping or when you're going to the market, you know. So when tracing and when you share your traces and you compare it with the satellite image that you're using, you can really see how quality your, you know, the satellite image, you know, has the traces, and you can play with the traces that you uploaded. It's really good. I mean, I've been using traces. I've been using Osman or Mapillary for collecting the traces, but you can also use the simple tool called, you know, OSM, OSM tracker, which you can install it into your smartphone. And yes, you can start using it. If you face any challenge, you can please, you know, ask. Yeah.
Brilliant. So Mary has used Osmand for traces. That's fantastic. Any issues or questions about that, Mary? Okay, no, fine. So I think something else that I mentioned last time that was that it would be great if people could update their profile on OSM. Harry, I hope you've got something nice on your profile. If you have, can you share it? I've shared mine in the chat, and if you haven't, yeah, exactly, Mary, you can map where you are, exactly. Harry, can you share your OSM profile? So basically, it would be really useful if people could add some details to their profile. Harry, do you want to share your screen?
Yes, let me go to my person. Yes, that's correct.
And I believe you have a trace on your profile as well, don't you?
Yes, I have them. I hope you can see my screen. Yeah, my GPS. GPS feature. Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
I have so many places actually. Okay.
Oh, you have
So,
okay. If so, but if you go just to Kasunga a minute.
Yeah, but
so yeah, so my profile. Okay, so oh, Harry, you haven't even got a picture.
Yes. I think I will put a picture of mine. Yeah.
All right, but it would be very good if people can update their profile. Harry, if you click on mine in the chat, then you can see that. Okay, so I've added a profile and I've put quite a bit of information about Crowd2Map, but also if you click on diary, then I've actually also added some updates. And this is really good. It's a really good way of connecting with other people. So for example, I did one after State of the Map. So, yeah. And I've tried to do it at least every year. And I think this can be really good at sharing your knowledge, asking questions, and also connecting with other people. So please do try and update your profile, at least with some information saying like which youth mapper group you're part of, perhaps a link to them, and also that you're now a Crowd2Map intern. Okay, so try to do that before next week. And also, if you haven't already, send Harry, Shabani and I a friend request so that then we can all see each other's edits and profiles and so on more easily. So Charles, that's a good one. Okay, this is Charles. Brilliant. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, brilliant. You put Crowd2Map though. So you need to edit this, the last bit. It's Crowd2Map Tanzania, but otherwise really good. And Shaban, what's Shabani's one?
Let me see the Shabani.
Oh, nice photo and 3 diary entries and a trace. Okay, what's he written in his diary? Oh, okay. State of the Map Africa. Okay, well done. I think maybe you should write a new post about being a data intern though, Shabani.
Yeah, yes, sure.
Okay. All right, well, thank you, Harry, and we're almost out of time. Did anybody have any urgent questions? Okay, right, I will send people, put the recording in the chat. Also, tomorrow there is a session with the East Africa Hub, which looks very good. That's at 11 East Africa time, but I'll put the link to register in the chat. Also, so we will have another session on same time next Friday. There's also a youth mapper session on the Saturday, the 29th. And obviously there is the hot data interns on Monday. I'll also put a link to the previous recordings. So please try to do those. All of you should have had an email from Courtney about a blog post that she's doing about interns. Please do reply to her, copy to me with a picture, your photo and a brief bio. And also please keep posting into the chat, into the WhatsApp group if you have any questions, and also keep posting your mapping into the Slack channel. So good luck everyone, have a good week, good to see you all, and see you tomorrow at the session, hopefully. Okay, bye everyone.
Bye.